bro, this part right here, man. I'm just kidding. Why am I talking like that? But like, I swear to God, one of these kids about to get hit out here because there's some little kid, like, barely just got old enough. Like, he probably can't even remember what he's doing right now. Like, just got out of baby, toddler age on this weird cart right over here, going down the road. And I swear, I don't know where his parents are, but this kid's about to get hit. Or I told the kid, I go into your house and onto the driveway, but the kid's like, but my mama points in a random direction, I swear. Points to his house, it says right there. I don't see the kid's mother. So like, this kid about get freaking ran over. I'll kind of feel a little responsible because of that. But also I'm like, why aren't you watching your kid? But I just had to point that out, man. But yeah. So I don't know what part this is, but as you guys know by the picture, unless you never watched it before, this is where if Deku was staying, son. I left off after the whole attack. I made a longer episode because I just kind of want to go over everything, or part of everything. But yeah, so now it is. Oh yeah, did you guys not know this? I was just wondering this. If you guys didn't know this, sorry. I just had to tell you guys this. But you know that quote unquote really strong no move from the USJ? That was actually a mid-tier no move. There's actually one higher than that. But that one was just specifically designed to go fight All Might. There's a high tier Nomu, as I call them, but I think they have a different name. And those ones fought Endeavor and Winged Dude. I forgot his name, but. And then Kurogiri is a perfected Nomu. Perfected Nomus have more, more advanced quirks. They're most likely people's quirks that are mixed together to make one good quirk, which I think that's what Kurogiri's is, and all that. And they get a personality implanted into them. And yeah. But I just think that's pretty cool, because people thought Nomus were some kind of new thing, which they're not. But yeah. So, right now, where I'm gonna go is after this. It is All Might versus All for One. And in this battle, it'll practically go the same, but I'll say Deku has been told to help them because of his strong quirk, and he's almost as strong as All Might now, or as strong as him. But All Might could be probably taken down by several different heroes, like, Racerhead and all that, but because how strong he is, overwhelming strength, that's why he stays #1 hero. But yeah, Deku would be there in his costume, and he'll just be on the building, and he would jump down with a blur of lightning and be taking down some villains running in there. He turns off One for All and would be fast enough to take down a couple of the league, like twice. I'll say he's able to take down Compress, because Compress's weakness is that he can't compress a large amount of area, and it's hard to target people unless they're walking really slowly, but Deku's running fast enough to dodge them, take him out, and all that. Toga, it's kind of just a brawl between cuts and all that, but whenever Toga gets cut, or he gets cut, that just makes him stronger, or his attacks can become stronger if he wants them to. And I'll say, In this, they have low tier Nomus, and they have one high tier Nomu. This Nomu has a quirk from, what's his name? A muscular quirk. A flame, or not a flame quirk, but, what's another quirk? He has some kind of dark quirk, of lightning quirk, and another more enhancement quirk stacked onto Muscular's quirk. And Deku would run at him, and this is whenever Deku is battling it, he would be able to dodge moves and attack with him attacking it. But this is whenever Toga would swing 3 of her little things full of she doesn't have blood in it. I'll say it's purple stuff, and it hits inside this high tier Nomu, and it bulks up 3 times its size, and the quirks get stronger. It swings on Deku. Deku get punched. He get punched hard. He gets punched so hard he gets sent through buildings, and they rush at him, start punching him down with explosions, or not with explosions, but with big attacks, and getting knocked back. And this is on camera. Deku would take his hand, run at him, start trying to stab him. He would stab him a few times, jumping back. I would say it does have regenerate, or regen. It would regenerate. Deku's seeing this. He would jump back at him with Deku pulling out something behind him, popping the top off, throwing it onto it, hitting it in the eyes, making it stop for a moment. And he would say, "What is this?" But in like a cracked up voice. He can still speak, kind of, but not too well. And that's whenever Deku would have told Endeavor to shoot it with his strongest fire you can. He would do a quick burst of blue flames hitting it, and whenever it hits it, it would explode because Deku poured a mixture between oil and gas onto it, just because, putting it in an inferno, blowing up portions of it. That's when Deku would rush at it again while it's still on fire, taking his hand, swiping for his limbs. I'll say cutting off its leg, grabbing it, and it's still on fire, so he still throws it away. That's when Deku would say, he would take his fist, punching it in the chest, exploding the chest, and he would say airstrike, aiming for the head, hitting it and knocking it down. That's when Endeavor would jump at it, grabbing it by the head, and using Flash Fist, but with blue flames, because blue flames seemingly be able to take down Nomus instantly. But yeah, so we would break it down, its head, and they would kill it. But this is whenever Portal from Kurigiri, the Nomu, of course, but would open up a gate and it would fall through, and he would say that we still need this because it's not finished yet, leaving people would catch this fight on battle, with Deku having quite a bit of cuts through his body, but he would close them up and he would go on battling more Nomus without stop. So this is everybody on the news of 1A just saw Deku versus some kind of stronger Nomu from USJ, because I'll say One For All was going on saying, do you think the Nomus are new things? Wrong, we have perfected Nomus, stronger ones. That one was a mid-tier, and that one wasn't even completed. So once you're gone, nobody else can take them down. Throwing his true, like the attack that's supposed to knock down him in the first place, smashing into All Might doing the Detroit plus Ultra United States Smash and all that. What does the United States Smash even do? Is it like a mixture of all of them? But if it was, it would probably be a Karate Chop too. But yeah, hitting him. But yeah, they were just kind of taking down Nomus, or Deku is, cutting them, paralyzing them, and taking down their heads easily, man. But yeah, so this is All Might's last battle, and that's whenever the whole Nomus would disappear, and the heroes would be left there with Deku there also. And everybody's like, what just happened? And all that, but Deku would get time off of school to let his wounds naturally heal, which would leave cuts or scars throughout his body, throughout his shoulders, on his arms, and I'll even say that he has broken fingers from punching with the high tier Nomu and punching fist to fist, fisticuffs over here. And he would have used his own blood during the battle also. So yeah. So they're training for the ultimate moves. So if you guys were wondering who that was Hood, or a prototype of Hood, not the complete thing, because his intelligence wasn't up yet. He wasn't as strong as he was, but it was the prototype of him. And other name is High End, I'm pretty sure. That's what most people call him in the League of Villains, but his power is muscle. The Muscular's Quirk. Super regeneration. He's intelligent. He's at least smarter than most. He's like a C in intelligence, so he's at least smarter than two of the UA students, Mina and the electric dude. I think they're a D in smarts. But yeah. So quirks that he didn't have store. I think he can store people inside of his body, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if he gains, it's something like that, but he didn't have his intelligence, so his intelligence was like a F, because he can barely speak words. But on that day, seeing, Endeavor's flames, he wants to be destroyed by them, because they're beautiful. But yeah. So right now, villain acts have been going up, because he's not here, but this is whenever words of two other kind of villainly kind of people have shown up, according to every other student now in the public, instead of only heroes knowing about it. One organization which they don't know the head of, or at least we don't, who steal, kind of like Robin Hood. Other one, Liberation Army, I'm pretty sure, and them, which in this time, people, everything's more high up and stuff, and they're going to be holding work studies in higher agencies, and if agencies don't think they can handle it, they won't allow them, they won't request anybody. But yeah, so it's time for the hero license exam, or like their permits, pretty much, kind of. In this, Deku would be helping his teammates. If anybody gets hurt and they're bleeding, he would stop the bleeding and repair them, which he's been practicing, like I said, his healing abilities, and he came up with an ability called blood threads, and that's a new ability he has now. So this is whenever in the battle, Deku would swing his hands, saying wind cutters, using one for all blasts and cuts. But yeah, so it's gonna be more warlike in this, or at least I'm gonna make a whole new story. I'm going into details in this. But yeah, so in this, he would use his threads ability after cutting all of them, and they see all their blood gather up in a ball, which I'll say there's over like 1,000 people, and if everybody's jumping him and he cuts everybody, he at least can make enough blood to make a ball as big as a human, like from every angle, so like 5 feet or normal size. I don't know, man, like 6 foot in every direction. He would take this and everybody see it kind of disappear, kind of. And they would charge with them bumping into something, and they would cut them, and people would be stuck on this, and they would jump back. And what people are seeing is blood dripping from somewhere. And that's whenever people see the blood threads with Deku saying, this is one of my new abilities called blood thread. That's whenever he would jump in the air, holding his hand out, and go over them, saying blood net. Swinging his hand down with one for all, with them in his hand. And this is a smackdown of a net of blood. And he would wrap it around them, swinging them, one for all, hitting them against the ground, with all of you 1A tagging it, and all that. And yeah, so pretty much that's how it went. But Deku wins this in the battle. But yeah, Gang Orca, it's practically just Class 1A versus him. Duplearms would locate, and Ojiro would locate people, and they already know all the moves of Gang Orca because they did an internship with them. So they would tell the others. That's whenever Deku would have ran at him. Gang Orca going to punch him, with him dodging, of course. Taking his, he says, black whip, with black whips coming from the sky, or black whips emanating from him, with him grabbing his own teammates and swinging them at him. And Gang Orca wasn't going to hit his own teammates, so he would try to dodge them while his teammates kind of acting as shields for him, or Deku. And every time Gengorka tries to hit him with any kind of move, he would put his own teammates in front of him, which would stop Gengorka from trying to hit him. And that's when Deku would come up to him, taking his fist and uppercutting him in the face, knocking him out. But yeah, so Deku would get in Bakugo, just because I want Bakugo to just get stronger. Bakugo would pass and Todoroki would too, because their newfound ability or powers. If you guys are wondering, I did upgrade Bakugo's quirk to like Genos's ability, and I did upgrade Todoroki's to be more like magic and all that. He has an absolute 0 zone, and I'll say I think I said it was like 10 feet, and now it's 20, so it's pretty big. No, I said it was like 5 feet. I'll just say it was 20, I don't know. But yeah. So, I'm just going to skip to the work studies. In this one, everybody's in the same one, but Todoroki and Bakugo went back to Endeavors while Deku went to Night Eyes this time, because Night Eye got him a representation to go and all that. But yeah, so Deku would go there. Deku would get the test, which he would pass and all that. And during the battle, him fighting High-Ends, he was smiling, and Night Eye would explain the whole philosophy of smiling. But yeah. So him and Mario would go on the whole looking around town. That's whenever a little girl would walk up to him or run at them, and she would lean scared. And that's whenever Overhaul would walk out saying, "Daughter, come here," with Deku saying, "Is she hurt?" Waving his arms over her. I'll say she had blood on her arms, which he would repair. Even he would say blood threads, repairing her. And blood threads are so good at repairing somebody with their own blood that I'll say doesn't leave scars. So he would repair her without any scars on her arm, which you would see whenever one of the bands would come down. He would tell him to leave. He's practically putting on an act with a smile and all that. With Overall seeing him saying, "Isn't that the kid?" Because he knows how he can get some information of what's his name? Wasn't his name Stain? And all that. They would go back to Night Eye, explain the whole thing, and Deku would get into the whole thing with Overhaul and would get in. I might make this a 30-minute video, but he would get in and he would talk with him and all that, and they would get a plan to infiltrate him. They would, and they'll be running in with Uraraka and Froppy battling the people outside while they run in. And while running, the floors will start moving, but of course Deku would throw some people through using blood threads without cutting people, but that's when they would get separate with what's his name? Hard Dude going with Fat Gum, and all of them get split up like normal, with Deku and Eraserhead being together. Which in this, what would happen is that when Toga tries to strike, Deku would have blocked it with his gauntlet. And before Eraserhead would get stabbed, Eraserhead would come in with this knife and a strike, but she would disappear. Whole thing with Mirio battle goes the same. I'll just skip to Deku breaking in because everything else goes the same. Seeing this with Deku's power, which he never pushed it beyond, but I said that he was like 40, I'll say he's 50 now. With them jumping at him, appearing and punching him in the face, sending him far back. And that's whenever you would see one of his people and you would tap him, and he would make that monster thing, like the first form monster, and Deku would be overpowering him. While he would jump back in the middle of this to go grab Eri, and would see Mirio. Mirio can't use his quirk and all that. And I'll say he has heard about how the bullets were made out of blood. And that's one of the reasons why he's there, because Deku has the ability to reverse the quirk destroying bullets by taking the blood out of their stream of like their quirk network. Because we've seen how there's this weird stream of stuff, which I think that was his blood stream, and wash it out, pretty much. But yeah, he would do that, with Night getting stabbed and making Deku go even further beyond. Plusutra! Blood calling! Activating it with a huge bunch of red energy bursting from Deku. He would jump off, punching him through the whole walls, or the whole walls would collapse, and he would turn into the huge monster, and Deku would grab Eri and all that, and she would get on him, wrapping it on, and he would be able to push to 100% blood calling, which blood calling does make Deku's percentage stronger than normally. So Deku's at like 150, I'll say. So with blood calling, that's how strong it would be. But he would jump up, doing that whole thing where he was kind of flying in the air, and he would turn around, hitting the ground, and that's whenever he would activating, pretty much looking like a Super Saiyan in the show. And he would jump off, kicking him in the face, seeing him in the air. Then he would punch, looking like One Punch Man over here, like with overall transforming his arm again, swinging at him. Deku just punching this away, and then he would say Massachusetts, punching in the air and saying Massachusetts, stop! Hitting him in the chest. And what would happen is a huge vortex would happen around them, blowing away everybody. And he would continuously punch him until he's at the ground. And Deku would throw another punch. But right before that, he would collapse from the strain. And him and Eri would pass out. Overall would get away, and this is where I'll end it off. I might go into the manga with this one. So if you see any further episodes, it might just be like the, what's it called? Like the Sports Festival 2 and all that. So yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.